Vande Mataram children. In science, chemistry, chapter 5, acid, base and salt. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of the chapter, that is neutralization. What do you mean by neutralization? And in our daily life, where do we observe this neutralization? That we will understand in much more detail. So let's have a look.
In this module, we will learn about neutralization. When an acid is mixed with a base in the right proportion, both solutions neutralize the effect of each other. That means the acidic nature of acid and the basic nature of base is destroyed. This reaction is called neutralization reaction. Let's see how neutralization works. We have some test tubes, some droppers, dilute hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide solution, and an indicator called phenolphthalein on the table. Let's add some dilute hydrochloric acid to the test tube. Notice that it is colorless solution. Let's add the indicator phenolphthalein in the test tube. Phenolphthalein gives a pink color when the solution is basic. It remains colorless. It means it is acidic. See, it is still colorless. This confirms that our liquid is an acid. To this acidic solution, let's add sodium hydroxide, which is basic in nature, and see if the color of the liquid changes. Look, the color has changed to pink. This shows that the liquid has now become a basic solution. That is why it is pink in color. See what happens on adding another drop of hydrochloric acid to this test tube. It becomes colorless again. The solution has become acidic because of the additional drop. Now let's add a few small amount of sodium hydroxide, the base, again. Just enough so that the solution remains colorless and does not change to pink. The proportion of this liquid is now such that the acid and base have neutralized each other. This colorless solution is neither an acid nor a base. It is a neutral solution. But how we will confirm whether this is a neutral solution? We can use an indicator to do that. Let's use litmus paper to know for sure. The blue strip has remained blue and red strip has remained red. This shows that this solution is neither an acid nor a base. It is a neutral solution. Last, neutralization reaction can be defined as a reaction between an acid and a base. This neutralization reaction can be written as hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide gives sodium chloride and water. We will now observe other changes that took place during the neutralization reaction. The test tube has become quite hot because heat was produced during the neutralization reaction. This is one of the changes. Another product of neutralization reaction is salt. So, heat and salt are produced during neutralization reaction. Now, you know that neutralization is a reaction between an acid and a base, where acidic and basic properties of each are destroyed and heat, salt and water are produced in this process. Salt does not always mean common salt. It is a general term used for a compound formed by neutralization of acid and base. For example, copper sulfate and ferrous sulfates. In everyday life, did you know, can acidity happen in human bodies? When we eat very spicy food, the stomach produces a large amount of hydrochloric acid, which leads to the acidity in stomach. This condition is called indigestion. It is painful, can damage the wall of the stomach and can cause stomach ulcers if not controlled. In order to cure indigestion, we take weak bases called antacids, such as milk of magnesia. It contains magnesium hydroxide, which helps to neutralize the effect of excessive acid. It gives relief to the person suffering from indigestion. Ants and bees sting. When ants and bees sting or bite a person, they inject formic acid into the skin of the person, which causes painful burning and swelling. The effect of the sting can be neutralized by using an ointment or a solution which has base. Calamine lotion contains zinc carbonate, which is basic in nature, helps the person gets relief from pain caused by the sting. The effect of an ant sting can also be neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. Factory waste. The waste substances discharged by many factories contain acids. If these untreated factory wastes are directly discharged into the water bodies such as ponds, lakes, and rivers, then the acids present in the factory wastes will kill the fishes and other aquatic organisms that live in the water bodies. So, factory waste should be treated with basic substances to neutralize the acids present in wastewater before discharging them into the water bodies. Acidity can pose several challenges even to plant life. Let's see how. We need to test the acidity of soil using litmus strip before we plant a tree. We have 2 samples here. To test the acidity of soil, let's mix this soil with water. The soil has turned blue litmus red. This proves that it is acidic. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers makes the soil acidic. So, what do you think should be done to neutralize it? The other soil sample has turned the red litmus blue. This means it is too basic. We need to add something acidic to neutralize it. The decaying organic matter called manure or compost is added to the soil when it is too basic. Manure release acids which neutralize the basic nature of the soil. In this module, we learn that acids and bases neutralize each other's effects when mixed in suitable amounts. The reaction between an acid and a base is called neutralization. Neutralization leads to evolution of heat. Neutralization leads to creation of salt in the process.